don't have to hide yourself away. Come on, get up, get out. Take the sunshine way. Walking the dog, climbing a tree, making hay in the sun with me. Come out and play. It's a brand new day. Like the trees away.
Hello and welcome to our first vlog, our first ever vlog.
Hi,
I'm Andrew, this is Nell,
and I'm Ruth.
and we have been watching for a while now. We've been enjoying watching roller coasters and theme park videos on YouTube, and one of our favourites is Charlotte and Sean from Theme Park Worldwide, and they've inspired us to go on our own road trip. So we have packed up our camper van, or the Venga bus as we call it, and we are heading out on a European theme park road trip. So we are just heading to Dover now, where we are going to get the ferry to France, and then we are driving to the Netherlands, where we are going to be visiting Efteling.
As our first stop.
Our first stop, yeah. Now, as well as commenting on the parks in general, we're aiming to really focus on some of the aspects of disability access in different parks. So we'll be looking at whether there's discounts for carers or for people with disabilities. We'll be looking at whether there's a ride priority access system in the park, and we'll be looking at different facilities there that are there to enable people with disabilities to enjoy the parks. So this is part one. We'll see you on the other side of the English Channel.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Hi, good morning. That's lovely now. Okay, so we are at Efteling, the first theme park on our theme park tour, aren't we, this morning? Yeah.
You're sitting with me, aren't you?
Nell's sitting with Daddy. So we've just arrived. We've noticed it's a massive, massive car park, isn't it? In fact, let's have a look at the car park right now. So as we're disabled customers, we were signposted straight to the disabled bays, which took quite a while to get to just because of the sheer size of it, but it was really, really straightforward. So as you can see, there's really big bays for disabled parking, which is really useful. So that makes it even more stress-free, really, which is a really great aspect of the park already. So we're really excited to get inside. And also, as you can see, that in the background there is the exciting looking entrance to the park. So as a disabled customer, we've been able to park really, really nearby, which is ideal for our little girl, because after a long day in the park later on, it'll be quite difficult for her to walk a long way back to the car, so we won't have to do that.
So we're just standing in the queue now to go on our first roller coaster of the day, Max and Moritz. We showed our facility card at the entrance, and they just showed us through to this special queue which has just got a few people waiting, and apparently there's a lift just there that will help take us up to the next floor where the ride actually starts. Now, one of the great things about Efteling is that the facility card, which you use to show to get on the rides, you can actually download it before your visit. Most parks we've ever been to, you have to actually queue up when you get to the park to sort out your priority pass. But the great thing is that along with your tickets, you can actually download it prior to your visit, so you can just come straight in and you don't have to queue anywhere. Now, this is the facility card that we downloaded prior to the visit. You can see that it says on this one, with companion. Now, this is the red facility card, and the red facility card is the one you get if you need assistance to get on and off of the rides. There is also a yellow facility card you can download, and that one is specifically for people who have a disability but are able to access rides independently.
Just while we're waiting for this ride, I've noticed that the signage for disabled people is actually really beautiful, and there's been a lot of attention to detail for it. It's not just functional, which you often find that just to give you the information or whatever, but they've actually just made it as pretty as all the rest of the information, which is it's a breath of fresh air.
The characters behind this ride, Max and Moritz, like to play tricks. Nell, shall we play a little trick on Mummy? Will we play a trick on Mummy? Darling,
yes.
There's a coin on the floor here. Can you just come and pick it up, please?
Oh, yeah, let's keep this, yeah? Oh! It was a trick.
So we're feeling a bit peckish now. We're going to get a snack, and one of the things we've spotted around Efteling is these walls of like little ovens to keep food warm until you come along with your card and buy something.
Simple as that.
Let's see what treats inside. Oh,
Nell,
look at that, Nell. What's this?
Look! Ooh! You want it? It's quite hot. Let me...
So this is an Eigenheimer. It's a spiralised potato snack on a stick. Let's see if we like these. What do you think, Bob?
Really good.
What does Nell think?
Do you like it, Nelly?
Want some?
Going to hold it? Okay. Oh, right, it's right. Yeah. Do you like it, darling? We're losing him a bit, aren't we?
What do you think, Nell? Is it nice?
You okay?
Hands up if you want to go on another ride.
What was his red tag on it for? Get rid of the work, isn't it?
One of the nice things that you can do in between rides at Efteling is you can take a walk through the fairy tale forest, where you come across all these really beautifully detailed scenes from different fairy tales, some that you recognise and some more obscure European fairy tales. And the nice thing about it is it's all nice and flat. It's a long trail, but it's all nice and flat and really, really easily accessible. The design of this part of the park and the characters in particular have a distinctly Dutch feel,
and it's one of the parts of the park that really sets it apart. You really feel that you're getting this experience that you wouldn't quite get anywhere else. Around this area there are all these little caves as well, and you kind of wander into them thinking, oh, it's just a little cave, but then inside you find these really beautiful enchanted little scenes, and then you come out the other side and suddenly find yourself in the land of the Arabian Nights. It's brilliant.
That was quite an unusual experience. We're just going to go on this ride behind us, which is called Droomvlucht or Dream Flight, and instead of going onto the ride, we were directed to a little room where there is a virtual version of the ride that you experience through a headset, instead of actually doing the actual ride, which seems strange because I don't think it's a particularly fast or dangerous ride. But the only other option is for Nell to stand in the queue, which is at 45 minutes just now. So we might come back and try that later if that queue time goes down. But that's quite an unusual experience.
Yeah, and the only slightly disappointing thing in terms of disability access, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So we've just found a little bit in Efteling where it's like an old-fashioned fairground. Nell really enjoys this kind of thing, so there's lots of rides for her to have a try on. So she's just going on these aeroplanes now with her daddy.
Sometimes when you come to a park with a disabled child, it's nice for the grown-ups to get away and do some of the more adult rides as well. So Ruth and Nell have just gone onto one of the family coasters. I'm going to take advantage of being on my own, and I'm going to go in the single rider to go on this that you can see behind me just now. It's called Baron. And I'm going to go and join the single rider queue, which says it's only 10 minutes long just now, so I'm going to go. Yeah, but maybe I'll give that one a miss. Well, I decided to go on that one after all, and it was absolutely amazing. Partly because it's an adult ride and it's fun to go on those without Nell sometimes, but also when you go on a ride and you with Nell, you kind of often miss some of the theming around the entrance to the ride. There's quite often a story, like there was with this one, a story that you take part in, and it was nice to actually experience that sometimes as well.
So we're here again on the Max and Moritz ride, which is the roller coaster that Nell has liked most of all today. So this will be the 5th time, won't it? Which is quite exciting. The 5th time. So I think it might be the last time we do it today, or maybe we'll squeeze one more in. Who knows?
One of the other things I noticed about the disabled toilets here, and it might seem like a small thing, obviously we're not going to film in the toilets because that would be a bit weird, but the floors were really clean. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, I did actually.
even late in the afternoon,
Yeah.
they looked and smelled like they'd just been cleaned recently.
Yeah.
And when you're using disabled toilets,
Regularly.
especially if you're a disabled child, it often involves having to change your pull-up. So it means having to take your shoes off, or sometimes your trousers off.
Yeah.
And having to do that in a toilet with a dirty floor can be really hard sometimes.
Awful.
So it makes a world of a difference when the floor is really, really clean in disabled toilets. So thumbs up to Efteling on that one. Well done. Well, that's day one done and dusted. As we leave Efteling, let's have some just final thoughts. Did we like that, Nell? Yeah, good, wasn't it? Yeah, you're giving it a thumbs up. Yeah. Thumbs up for Efteling.
We loved it, didn't
Yeah, a very, very uniquely Dutch experience, I think, which was nice, isn't
Really
it? It
great.
didn't feel like just every other theme park.
But I think it.
What about favourite rides?
Favourite ride would be the Max and Moritz.
Oh yeah, the
coaster.
Max and Moritz roller coaster, that was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the Flying Dutchman,
Oh,
which
that
is
was amazing.
kind of a roller coaster which starts as a dark ride but then is
Turns into a
a
water
water ride as well.
Yeah.
Amazing, really atmospheric, and the attention to detail at this park is just absolutely
Second to none, isn't it?
fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that yawn says it all, doesn't it? It's been a long day. So let's say good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to hear more about our adventures around theme parks in Europe, then don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.